Mriana Vasale, how are you friends? Vasale is friends, okay? Welcome to Luhyas to the world. This is where I teach you Luhya, specifically Bukusu. This is a tribe that comes from the western part of Kenya, and Bukusu is a sub-tribe of the Luhya. And so on this channel, I bring you lessons about our history, I bring you vocabularies, I translate to you political things, and sometimes I do my home activities like cooking, washing, cleaning, and I bring you along so that you can be able to learn the vocabularies. Today we are going to cook. Huteha is to cook, okay? Mala hohuteha sukuma. We are going to cook sukuma. Sukuma it's a vegetable. It's called skuma wiki, but we say skuma. We just say skuma, or you can say chinyenyi. Chinyenyi is vegetables. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you need when you're making chinyenyi, noteha chinyenyi yenye haubenende vitungu. When you cook vegetables, you need to have onions, okay? Situngu is onion, okay? In plural is vitungu. Alright, so the first thing, sindusia kwanza, the first thing, hulahala vitungu. We shall cut onions, but in this case, because it's only one onion, hulahala situngu. Onyalawahala ngowenya, newenya vititi, newenya vivofu. If you can cut the way you want. If you want small vititi, small, newenya vivofu, big, you cut according to your own taste, okay? And I want to apologize if there's some background noise because I've put on the oven, it's doing zzz. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it, but I hope that you can hear me clearly. Yeah, so ese halanga vititi, I usually cut small. Ese halanga vititi. Ese is me. Like I told you also in the previous video, when someone says esese, it means me. Okay? Esese, me. And the short form of esese is ese. So my onions are here, they are ready. I'm only working with half an onion anyway. Sindusia pili. The second thing you need is chinyanya. Chinyanya is plural. Many tomatoes. Enyanya, one tomato, okay? Hohala. For me, I usually remove these things. If you are Bukusu and you're watching me, what do you call these things at the end of the tomato? This I don't know what it's called. That's like a vocabulary I need to maybe ask my mom or something. Yeah, but I usually remove it and then I cut the rest of the tomato. And by the way, mine is a very simple recipe. So if you are tuning in, I hope it's not for the recipe, but you're tuning in for the Luhya vocabulary or just to hang out with me. I appreciate that also. And thank you for all the new subscribers. I see you. I've seen the numbers. We are almost getting to 1,000. If you've not yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. No sima huileru elfu moja. Kindly take us to the 1,000 mark. No henja huhala enyanya chinyanya. I'm going to cut tomatoes. Hendu mihila esaani sikla senenye supu chuchureta. I'm using a plate because I don't want the soup, the soup like the soup of the tomatoes to pour on or to be wasted. Hendu mihila is I'm using esahani. Esahani is plate, okay? It's just the same way in Swahili you say sahani, you also say esahani. Yeah, so I'm going to quickly cut this and then I bring you along when I'm going to cook. Okay, I'm back guys. I'm back. I've come back. And we are now ready to cook. I have already cut all my onions. Nahalile vitungu namalile, nahalile chinyanya namale. I've cut The onions have finished and I've cut tomatoes have finished. Kwenye kahube nende kumulilo, we are supposed to have the fire. Kumulilo is like fire. This is what I'm using. Nende esufuria. Esufuria is the sufuria here. And the other ingredients, kwenye kahube nende kamafura. Kamafura is simply oil, okay? Kerutera, cooking oil. And then we also need to have chumvi. You can say chumvi, but it's chumvi. It's coming from the Swahili chumvi, which is salt. Chumvi, kamafura, vitungu, chinyanya. Okay? So the first thing, hulara vitungu msufuria. Ora vitungu vyo msufuria. Okay? Utasa oil. You add. Hutasa is to add. Okay? Hutasa is to add. I'm not such an oil fan, so I don't put a lot. And like I told you guys, I'm not sharing a recipe here. Here we are learning vocabularies, okay? So if you find that my recipe is not how you are used to doing it your side, don't worry. We are here to learn the Luhya, specifically Bukusu vocabulary, okay? I hope tere chino nganechili tayari kulala chinyanya. So when it will be ready, tayari is the same word in Swahili. Tayari is ready in Swahili, but you can just say tayari, but you make it with a Luhya accent or with a Bukusu accent. Hulatasa, we shall add tomatoes, okay? Very simple. I'm not using, if you're Kenyan, you know, there's Royco and all that stuff. I am not using any of that. I have Royco, but I do not like to use it. Senasi mahulu mihilata. Sikila sevulivula sana ta. I don't like using it because it's not very nice. In terms of health-wise, it's not very nice. But again, it just depends on how you view it. Senasi mahute havitunguvie kabisa. I like to cook the onions to be really very well cooked. Almost not burning, but like for it to be brown. Okay? We change a color, for them to change color. Nyonda seho chinyanya. Okay? No holorio esupu eva enda isana. When you do that, the soup becomes very nice. Because it takes the soup, ebukule supu, ku vitungu. Okay, so vitungu, vukule supu ivenda isana. Onions make the soup to be very nice when it's very well cooked, brown cooked. And this is what I mean by brown cooked. You see, it's almost burning, but not burning. That's when you add your tomatoes. Now hata sa chinyanya, I've just added onions and I'm going to leave it to cook as well before I can come back and show you the last bit and explain to you in Bukusu as well. Okay, chinyanya chase chaile. My tomatoes have cooked, they are ready. You can see the soup. There's a lot of nice aroma going on. Okay, chaile. Nononenya hutasa. This is called in French it's called in English it's called garlic. Aya, mulu Bukusu, semani later. In Bukusu I don't know. So if you are watching me and you are Luhya or Bukusu, kindly tell me how do you call garlic? Garlic in Bukusu, okay? Ndi hutasaho garlic. I also speak French, so I can say it's called in French. That's my next ingredient. Kuendelea hukoroga, we continue to mix or to hukoroga is to mix or to turn. Okay? So tasemo skuma. Skuma yefo inona halake likolova na singile kwanza nyona halaka. So this skuma, I chopped it up yesterday. Likolova is yesterday. Na halake is I chopped it. Mala na singile kwanza. But I washed first before cutting it. It's very important to wash vegetables, because when they're coming from the farm, they may have insects or they may have chemicals, especially if you bought it. Yeah, nono isena singile likolova nata silemo ndikutasamo chumbi. Heya nono ndikukoroga. Okay, ndikukoroga pole pole, so hola speed ita, you don't do it quickly. No lole sufuria senditi, no hola speed ele kuchichuha. My sufuria is small, so if I do it fast with a lot of speed, it's going to pour on the sides, and I don't want such accidents. Okay, koroga vulai, you turn or mix very well to make sure that the salt is everywhere, and onyalawa hakaho hubona kabali wenya humanya ne chumbi ne olile. If you want to know if salt is enough, you can taste it a little bit, but for me, I think I don't want to add any more salt. I think that salt is enough. When you cook skuma, you're not supposed to cook it so much because you're going to lose the nutrients, you know. When you cook it until it turns brown or yellow, you're missing out the ingredients. Nono kwama lehuteha, we have finished to cook. Nasi mile sana hubane nanywe luno. I'm very grateful for being with you today in this video. Kindly do let me know in the comment section if you prefer these types of videos or if you like me to do the sit down. I know I've said it so many times, but I need to hear from you so that I can know which types of videos to bring for you next time, because my goal is that you pick up vocabularies, you learn Luhya, you learn Bukusu, and you get to know about our way of life. In case you're traveling to the Luhya land, you're getting married there, you're already married, or you just want to know about this African language or this African tribe called Luhya and the sub-tribe called Bukusu. Okay, thank you. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.